Nah, I can't hear your air conditioning. You're good.
Why'd you say that right when we start? You should have just said yes.
Let us know. Let us know in the comment sections if you can actually hear his air conditioning. Let us know.
That bad boy loud.
So, well, my AC's on and it's right next to me. It's literally right there.
Yeah, but you have better equipment though.
And you have a really nice mic.
I do.
Yeah, you have a mic and an XLR housing unit. I forgot what that was called, but yeah, you're good.
I do got some good equipment.
Yeah,
even though you know the XLR is your hand-me-downs, but hey, it's my glasses do. Oh my god.
Yeah.
These glasses.
It looks like you put it down your nose to look down at someone.
No, I can't tell you how many times I'll be sitting there talking. I'm just, It just looks.
So
what's up, everybody? It's your boy Big Daddy Mo. I don't know. We're already a minute in. I guess it's too late for.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Openers.
It don't matter. So,
all right, what was you about to say?
So, the One Piece trailer dropped, right?
Yo, I saw that.
The trailer.
All right, it looked good.
So a lot of people are apparently. I got a split 50-50 on my reaction to it because I am not happy about it.
Of course.
So it's done by Netflix. Tell me one good thing that's been westernized, that's been an anime that's actually good, especially from Netflix.
Well, I got to think about it because remember I don't watch anime like that.
Yeah.
The Death Note movie was amazing.
What?
The Death Note movie was amazing.
You enjoyed the Death Note movie? Say that with a serious face, man.
Absolutely, especially when they kept switching up the rules. I love that movie.
Dude, I'm being serious here. So
no, I'm being serious too. Say no, that movie was trash.
Yeah, exactly.
Anime. So I don't know. I can't. Like I said, that's an answer. I mean, that's a question I can't answer because I don't watch anime like that.
But that's the thing. Okay, Dragon Ball Evolution. Right?
I thought we were talking about Netflix.
But we're talking about like the westernized.
Okay, Dragon Ball Evolution was trash. What's the other movie with Scarlett Johansson? Ghost in the Shell was ass.
Akira.
Oh, Battle Angel.
Yeah.
Oh, I never watched it.
Well, if you saw the original too, you'd realize that it's a trash comparison. There's the Battle Angel. There is Death Note. There is Cowboy Bebop. The list goes on and on.
Hold on. So Cowboy Bebop wasn't good.
It was not good.
Not my boy John Cho. John Cho is in it. He looked cool.
Yeah, it is not good. Well, if you watched it, you might enjoy it, but compared to the thing that came before it, the thing it's supposed to be scene for scene based off of, it is nowhere near even close. They destroyed some of the characters and some of the character arcs just to, I don't know, westernize it a bit, make it make sense I don't know. It makes no sense. It was just made off to make it their own, like they did. And then they try to, this is another Light Yagami. It's the same world. It's just the Death Note has been passed on to someone else. They come up with some excuse. They always come up with some excuse. It gets aggravating. And I know they're going to do the exact same thing with One Piece. And I was bringing that all up in my review of it. And a lot of people are still, like everything else, they're all happy about it. Like, I remember all the happy speculation for the Death Note Netflix adaptation.
I already knew that was going to be crap.
Same thing with the upcoming Sword Art Online. Same thing with the upcoming Naruto. Same thing with the upcoming Pokemon.
Avatar. You know they got Avatar coming in. Yeah, Avatar coming to Netflix too.
Yep.
I already saw pictures of it. It looks better than the cast of the last Airbender movie, though.
That's the thing. I like that everyone's talking about how Oda's a part of it. And he's the writer of One Piece. He created this vast world. The problem I have with that is if anyone can remember, the writers of the Last Airbender worked on the Last Airbender, the M. Night Shyamalan's film. You remember that?
M. Night Shyamalan? Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan. You remember that?
I saw it for free, thank God.
On par with him, and for some reason, nothing made sense in that world. That's why it never got pushed for the sequel never came out. It was trash, absolute trash.
It was cool. It was cool.
Oh,
that's when they'd be like, and then one rock comes up. I'm just like, bro, come on, man. Y'all did all that for one rock.
Yeah. So one thing that Oda originally, before he created One Piece, and I know you don't know all this stuff. You don't know all this stuff.
Please do not sit there and give me a full history take on this.
Oda created Romance Dawn, which is the story of Luffy who ate a devil fruit that came off the gum gum tree. It bloomed once every 50 years, and he ate that fruit. And it's about his journey. It's only that one devil fruit. By taking the One Piece, the whole story of One Piece, and trying to cram these, so far, 1,086 episodes, so far, 1,086 chapters of the manga, and it's like almost halfway done, into a series. And keep in mind, the show, the anime, the manga has only been running in its own timeline for 2 years. For 2 years. It goes on for like a month or two, and then there's a time skip 2 years later, which I absolutely did really enjoy. And then it's like another 2 months have passed. 2 years have passed. In that entire time,
all these 1,000 episodes is just 2 years?
Yes. And most of
a lot can happen in 2 years.
First 500 are a 2-month period. The second 500 are like a 1-month period. Because there's a 2 year jump in the story. And that was the only time jump I've ever seen in an anime or a series that I actually enjoyed. But it's just like, how are they going to loop it in? Because I was watching the trailer and I didn't see Don Creed. I didn't see Captain Kuro. I didn't see these other villains. They just showed Buggy the Clown and made him menacing as it more menacing than it. I mean, it reminded me more of Krusty the Clown.
No, I wasn't scared because with Pennywise, I was scared shitless. To this day, I still don't walk past storm drains.
Oh, that's of course.
Yeah. I remember I was in Florida and I was walking and there was a storm drain. Dude, I walked in the middle of the street. I was not playing.
Because how much of the story did they cut out? And the actors' voices, oh my gosh, they are not the characters. Absolutely upsetting, absolutely disappointing right there. The characters' voices alone aggravate me. I cannot feel any of it being realistic off of the characters' voices. Because the only thing, what's funny is a lot of people don't agree. Bolt, quit pushing the chair. A lot of people don't agree.
Tell Bolt I said hi. I want to see Bolt.
Oh, I got to change the. So one thing over here. One thing that we agree on, but it seems like everybody hates, Speed Racer.
Oh, that is, yeah, I forgot. And was it Papa? I was about to do the man dark laugh for a second.
Yeah, Speed Racer is considered.
Speed Racer was great. I love that, bro. I love the cast.
I don't view it as Speed Racer. I view it as
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels meets Speed Racer. That's what it is.
I give you that because that movie was just so damn colorful. Into the future, man. I only see his nose, but oh, he's so cute.
Yeah, he's refusing to crawl behind me. Pause. Yeah.
No pause with Bolt.
Oh.
Bolt knows what's up, so we ain't got to pause. But yeah, Speed Racer was amazing, man. I loved it. John Goodman is a dad racer, man. Yep. Matthew Fox as Racer X. I thought that was just perfect casting, bro. And then the racing scenes were just fight scenes with cars. Yeah, they over here flipping and shit, kicking, and then the weapons they have with it.
It was those Hot Wheel tracks where you just see the cars bash against each other. I was like, oh, that one got knocked out of the ring.
Emile Hirsch, I always love Emile Hirsch as an actor. I just always wish he had better movies because I don't care if I like it. Like I love The Girl Next Door. I love Speed Racer, obviously. Into the Wild, I thought that was a really good movie, but it's just like, bro, like get more. I don't know, pick better roles, man.
But that's the thing. I enjoy that movie because it's Hot Wheels, and I loved Hot Wheels meets Speed Racer, and yeah, Speed Racer is an old anime, so they kind of took some free reign with it. Cowboy Bebop is an old anime too, but they destroyed the characters.
Remember the scene in the Speed Racer, the episode in Speed Racer when he was blind and had to finish the race? Homie was blind for an episode and he still won.
Of course.
Woo! I love Speed Racer, the Mach 5.
It was like they have all these things lined up and you can't tell the same story because they have for the first arc, the whole East Blue is going to be in the first 20 no, they summed up the first 20 episodes in the first season
of the show.
I don't think that's going to work out because how are they going to possibly do it? Like, I'm trying to think of it. How can you cut out so much and have it still be the same story, especially with the characters' dynamics not seeming to work that way with each other?
That's
They
what I
seem
got.
to always what?
That's like I have that same feeling with the Metal Gear Solid movie. It's just like, bro, the cutscenes alone are 5 hours, and you're gonna try to cram it in what 2 hours?
Yeah, that's one of the things that's very like okay, the Naruto show I could understand because the majority of that is all filler.
Isn't that the same thing with One Piece?
What?
That like a lot of it is all filler.
No, One Piece only has like probably 100 episodes of filler in total. And most of them aren't even counted as the real runtime of the series. They'll name it something else.
Okay, I ain't watching that show. That's too much.
Yeah. I mean, they have 101 volumes, 102 volumes so far. Yeah.
I ain't watching that. I can't do that. That's too much, man.
But yeah, that's the thing. It's just like, what's with all these things? It's because one thing I remember, because I have dabbled in reading comics. I enjoyed reading comics. Why am I going to say comments?
Comics.
Thank you. Comics. I enjoyed reading them. However, I remember when I was in college, the one thing I'd always push on people was manga. Manga was this unheard of thing. It was like, oh, they've known anime, but manga, nobody reads manga. Everyone read comics. So I would always try to push manga. Now, if you walk into a bookstore, if you walk into Barnes and Nobles or a local comic book shop, over 70% of the comic book section is, guess what? Manga. Because the comics are dead. Comics have been thrown out the window because no one reads comics because they've been so, well, appropriated. They've been so taken from the original authors, original creators, and rewritten to be a message board for a message nobody cares to hear. So it's destroyed the comic book industry that they can't even give their comic books away. However, if the indie market for comic books is strong, but if you walk into a bookstore, it's always manga. Manga's all over the place. What's on your mind? What? What?
No, it's nothing. I always laugh at this when people do it when you ask a question that the answer is clear, but then the person still don't know it. So you got to answer it for them, and you got 2 + 2 is 4. Like, so when you did it with the manga, I was just like, I'm like, he's about to say manga, not comic books. I should answer the question. And then you ended up answering it for me. Like, nah, I feel stupid. I feel stupid on live.
Yeah, because that's the thing is just like right now, comic book movies aren't making what they used to. I'm hearing
comic book movies are starting to flop now, no matter what it is.
I mean, look at the Flash. Dude,
55. I think 55 million, bro. That ain't shit.
Yeah, and 130, including international.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. So that means nobody. You haven't even cracked 100 million for an opening weekend in section. Let me look at that because I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to figure out, should I go see the Flash today? I don't even know if I'm going to see it. So it's just
like have you heard about the CGI? Oh, the funny thing is, the director came out to kind of defend the CGI.
Yeah, he tried to say it was on purpose or something.
It was on purpose because this is in the world that, since it's all light bending, the Flash sees the world through reflecting light and everything's bending around him, that everything looks distorted. What kind of crap nonsense is that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
You
wanna?
Yep. He runs so fast. Okay, that's a blur.
Just read it in your head first and then start to come on, man. Yeah, because it's just like, what the heck? That's such a BS excuse. The problem is this movie has been in development since 2014.
Yeah.
Was when it was announced.
We are in the perspective of the Flash. Everything is distorted in terms of lights and textures. We enter this water world, which is basically being in Barry's POV. It was part of the design, so if it looks a little weird to you, that was intended. Shut up. That's not shut up, fool.
Yeah, but
it was crappy CGI, so you try to use his powers to defend it. Nah.
crappy CGI has become the staple of these superhero things. Like people are
like
saying
the CGI Ant-Man.
Yes, CGI Ant-Man, She-Hulk, like
She-Hulk
everything
was
is
fine. She was
noticeable. Everything is just boxy, and it's like this stuff would be considered revolutionary probably what 50,
fucking
20
early
years
2000s.
ago.
Yeah.
But
damn, those early 2000s.
not right now. 2003, yeah, it'd be revolutionary.
Yeah.
No, it's just aggravating seeing this stuff, and they're trying to defend it. No, you guys had spent so much
Black
money.
Panther, the first Black Panther, like come on.
Yeah, because they spent what roughly what is known. They spent close to 300,000 or 300 million. Sorry, 300 million in making this film. That is what's known. This isn't about the directors that they hired on, then fired, hired on, then fired. This isn't about the script writers that they hired on and got rid of. This isn't about the people that they already paid. This is just about the end product. This isn't about the promotions they've tried to do. This isn't about paying Ezra Miller to be silenced, to not do, they had to prevent him from doing any talk shows or anything.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen him promote this movie. This movie made 55 million in the United States and then 75 million elsewhere. Bro, that's bad. That's bad. I couldn't crack 100 million. Like, but that's horrible.
That's the thing. They knew that this comic book industry is dying. What do they start doing? They start buying up the manga and anime. They're starting to appropriate all that and rewriting it just so guess what? They could do the exact same thing with it. Yep. They could run it into the ground because apparently nobody there knows how to do a simple story. Of course, the good thing is they're all on writer's strike, so maybe AI will take over in a few more months. I'm hoping this writer's strike continues.
I think the last comic book movie I was excited to see was Doctor Strange and a Multiverse of Madness, only because multiverse. I thought it was going to be Spider-Man No Way Home. After that, I don't think I've been the new Spider-Man, but I don't like MCU type shit. I don't think I've really been excited for anything after that, especially after Multiverse was a little disappointed. I was just like, whatever. I'll still go see them like first day just in case, it set up something, but so I don't get spoiled. But it's not like, oh, I have to see Ant-Man Quantumania. Oh, I have to see Guardians of the Galaxy. Dude, I've been fine with waiting. Like, I don't Flash, as much as I would love to see Michael Keaton back and all that. I already ruined all the cameos for myself. By the way, all they needed was Christian Bale, and they'd have been good. I'm not even gonna say who else they had up in there, but I was just like, okay.
Majority of them were all CGI.
Oh no, absolutely. Not okay. Spoiler for anybody who has not seen this Flash. Spoiler. They had George Clooney. I don't think he was CGI. I think George Clooney was.
He's the new Batman.
He's the stop. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he's the new Batman.
No, he's not. George, stop it. No, I know he showed up. Stop it.
No, he's the new Batman.
Shut up. I'm still going to see it. I know there was a cameo. Why'd you tell me he's the new Batman? George Clooney is not about to be the new Batman.
They showed all the Batmans. Of course, they're going to bring him in.
Yeah, but you saying it like he's taking over. Shut up.
Well, you can find out. Maybe there's something different. Maybe you'll see something different than what I saw. But yeah, best of luck to you. Yeah, George Clooney is in it. He is the post-credit scene. He is the post-credit scene.
No, he's not. Shut the fuck up.
But that's the thing. It's like they're destroying everything. Whoever thought to have George Clooney come back as Batman? I was kind of excited that I didn't hear that he was going to be one of those instant second cameos. It means they were ignoring that universe entirely. But no, he comes in at the post-credit scene. Unless they do some flip where he's actually Alfred. He's the new Alfred. That'd be completely different. But it's just like they're destroying their own. They destroyed everything from the comic book industry. DC's biggest problem was they wanted what Marvel had, that they ended up just never actually having anything to go off of. Marvel ended up going a route of trying to be a message board and ended up alienating an entire audience, an entire fandom that loved and respected the characters. And when you make all the characters the all evil human beings, it just doesn't work anymore. I'm afraid that we've seen that over and over and over again when they've taken
Man, he
the
better come back. He
Western
better. That'd be
Western
so awesome, but they're not gonna do that.
Eastern
Yeah, why would you spoil it like that? Why would
and
you spoil it like
Western
that, bro? I told
adaptations
you I
like
was
that.
still going to see it, bro. I told you I was still going to see it. All I told
He's
you
the one that
was,
brought up
there were
George
some
Clooney.
cameos. I didn't know that he came back to take over. I thought the cameo was, while he's going through the Speed Force, he just kind of like, it's kind of like when they did like the million clicks in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and it was going through all those different. I thought it was going to be like that. Not George Clooney actually comes back. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
That's what we're talking about.
No. If you let me finish what I was trying to say, you would have knew that. I didn't know he was coming back. You spoiled the ending. That wasn't the post-credit scene. That was actually the ending of the movie. You an asshole.
Oh, sorry. I thought you had already known since you already knew about George Clooney. I was like, oh,
I knew he was in it. I thought it was like, you blink and you miss it.
Yeah. Sorry, man. I didn't know that that's the kind of cameo you were thinking of. I thought you had actually looked up.
Why you need to stop. That's why you just need to let me talk. That's what happens when you don't let me talk.
Yeah, apparently, yeah, absolutely.
Damn, I'm really all right. You really kind of fucked it up for me.
That's kind of one of the biggest issues. It's just like they don't know what they're doing. Nobody ever wanted George Clooney back. And sorry, I'll stop. But it's like they do it. They do it because they can. I guess George Clooney's cheaper. I don't know. I mean, Christian Bale, if they had him there, I think that would reboot everything and everyone's interest. But I don't think he even have a cameo. It's one of those things that's just like, oh my gosh. So I'm afraid that they're going to do the same thing. And well, they've done the same thing when it comes to Eastern stories put into a Western writer's point of view. They change up the story so much that it's no longer the same story. And if you're going to do that, take the ideas, rewrite it, and just don't call it that idea. Call it something else. Imagine if it was Speed Racer meets Hot Wheels and it was Speed Wheels or Hot Racer or something generic and random. We would know what it was because they would have all the characters' same names, but it would still be entertaining. Absolutely entertaining, and wouldn't get the hate because the huge fan base of Speed Racer wouldn't be pointing out all the little flaws, even though Trixie is like one of the most accurate representations from the original character than any live action has ever done. Cool beans.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to.
Yes.
I'm just
sorry.
trying to cool it down.
Sorry, I didn't mean to jump off the cuff like that. You were talking spoilers and you brought up that, and I was like,
yeah,
oh.
I was bringing I wasn't going to say a specific scene, them popping up. I'm just going to say, hey, George Clooney.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just like, I am not excited for One Piece.
And the fact that I even said stop, and you still okay. Oh, he's the post-credit scene. He shows up to Batman. I'm just like, bruh.
Yeah.
Wow. Alrighty. Continue. Damn, you know how I feel about my movies. I'm not you. I don't like my spoilers.
I'm not spoiling nothing else. Because I know the entire story arc. I know what happens.
I don't know none of that shit.
Yeah, I won't because you might be surprised by some of it.
All right, go to hell.
I'll just let it be. The one thing I hear is that it's just a montage of randomness. It looks like 50 different stories thrown together into one. That's what happens when you have so many different writers and someone's just supposed to make something out of it.
Yeah. I think ain't really no. I think like the only one I'm really excited for is Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, because they've already made a strong first movie, a strong second movie, and they're hopefully going to end it with a strong trilogy. It's rare that we actually have a strong trilogy. Have
you seen Shamik Moore, the dude that voices Miles Morales, keep trying to get up on Haley Steinfeld? Oh, it's horrible. Because every Spider-Man actor has got with Mary Jane, Toby with Kristen, Andrew and Emma, and then of course Tom is Zendaya. And it's like he's trying to go for that 4 for 4, but it's not happening, man. It comes off as like just cringe. He was like, "Oh, so were you excited to work with it?" I was very excited to work with Haley. As she's sitting right there, and I'm just like, bro, stop, man. It's just it is a point where, oh yeah, I'm just, it's easy to like flirt with Gwen when you got Haley Steinfeld right here. So I just look at her, then all of a sudden I'm just like, bro, stop. And each one she's kind of like,
So he's actually trying to get with her.
yeah, I'm just like, stop it, man. You making it bad, bro. Like
hopefully
let
he
it play
breaks
out.
that trend. Hopefully
You
he
said
breaks
what?
that trend. Trying too
Yeah.
hard, or he actually doesn't end up in that relationship like everyone else. Everyone else ends up dating their co-star for that role. Ugh. What the heck? Yeah, he needs to break that trend. But yeah. So I am not excited. Like, people are getting upset at me for all that. I'm like, why? Look at the track record. Look at what they do now.
They got upset with you for what?
It's for not being excited about it, like apparently everybody else. I'm a fan.
Which one? One Piece. Damn, you back on that?
Like, I'm a fan. Of course, I'm not going to be happy about it. Who would be? Anyone who considers themselves a fan would not be excited that Netflix, someone who's never made one good adaptation from an anime, is making an adaptation. And then, like, okay, Death Note. Death Note has a movie trilogy, an amazing movie trilogy that came from Japan. It's amazingly well done. It's one of the greatest anime movies I've ever seen. They have made some wonderful live adaptations of their animes, and they're all entertaining to watch. Why? Because they know the source material. Why? Because they know what to include and what to exclude. Why? Because they know how to write that. When it comes to Netflix, they bought the rights, and now they're just giving it to any old random person. One thing we have always said, you and I, is if you're going to have someone write for these types of shows, just like with comic books, get nerds. Get otaku. Get the people who know this stuff and who are qualified writers to do it. Don't just get anyone off of Twitter who says, I want to include this, and this, and this in this story, and here's why. Like the person they had writing the Knights of the Old Republic remake, which I hope never happens. They were going on what? They had someone who said, I hate Kotar. It's like, what the heck? So it's just like, whatever. Ugh. Hate it.
Have you got a chance to watch Extraction 2?
Nah, I haven't seen the first one.
You haven't seen the first one? Dude, the first one is amazing. They have a full 14-minute like one-shot action scene, and it goes from hand-to-hand combat to shooting to driving. It is so awesome, and they do it again here. Like, come on, bro. There's a scene where he's like it's like a prison riot. Homie got his arm on fire, and he's sitting there beating dudes' asses.
Okay, that's what I'll give Netflix. They have Extraction.
What's up?
Netflix has Extraction.
Oh yeah, it's a Netflix movie.
Netflix original.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to watch it before they switch that whole that password sharing.
Yeah. I haven't seen it. I'm trying to think of the last thing I actually saw on Netflix.
I don't watch Netflix like that.
Neither do I.
I'm trying to think too, like maybe Wednesday. I think Wednesday was the last show I watched, maybe.
Yeah, probably. Well,
I was the only one that I was like truly excited for. I don't remember nothing else.
Well, for your fan base, I've been watching a few Korean dramas over there. The last thing I watched was oh crap, I forgot its name. I wouldn't be able to pronounce it. Never mind.
I probably haven't watched it. They got some good stuff though. I forgot what it was. I think it was called Alive, where it's about this streamer who zombie apocalypse happens, so he's stuck in his apartment complex. And then
I heard about that.
He's communicating with the girl across the way from him. Man, it's like a lot of those deaths were kind of sad because you would spend like maybe 3 minutes with this character, and then all of a sudden they just get murked, and it's so sad.
Man, I was watching called Bomb. Yeah, I just want to bring this up. Yeah, it was just like you would get introduced to a character, and what it was people would, like, if someone didn't like you, they'd write your name in a list, and you would basically get sent to a place to fight for your life.
Oh,
yeah.
Korean?
No, it was an anime. So
okay, that should sound good.
And it was disturbing because what happened? Because they were high schoolers. And it was just like the one girl was sent to the camp because she went to a party and all her friends wanted to go with her. She left the party early and all her friends were the R word there. But since she got away, she left early and didn't know it happened. They wrote her name on the list. So she was basically blamed for it.
R word?
Graped.
Oh, bro, I said retarded.
Graped? No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. That's why I was just like, huh?
There.
Okay, so everybody was, all the people were graped there? Like
all her female friends were graped there. And they blamed her because she didn't get graped with them.
Okay, gotcha.
They wrote her name in the list and she basically got sent to this war zone.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
It's disgusting. And the other one was basically a shut-in with his family, and his family wrote him in the list.
What's it called again?
Bomb. It was dark. It was really dark. I couldn't even.
You saying it like it's a foreign word.
Well, I can't remember how it was.
It said bomb. I'm like, damn, dude.
It's like 2 O's. Yeah, but it was dark. It was dark. I couldn't finish it. I was just like, oh, I feel sick. This was back when I was incredibly innocent and I couldn't watch too dark stuff. Anything that involved like grape, I was like, no.
Hold on, what is it called? Bombed?
Maybe it ends with a B.
You know how to spell it?
BOOMB probably.
BOOMB.
Yeah. So it was.
Oh, this is not it. This is a kid show.
Yeah.
Well, they probably don't have it no more.
Probably.
When did you watch that anyway?
Probably 8 years ago.
Man, get your goofy ass out of here, bro. I knew that wasn't gonna be on there.
On where?
Netflix.
Oh.
Bro, I thought that was something you watched like recently.
Nah. You were talking about a show and I'm like, oh, that reminds me of this.
Man, if it's not something I can watch right now, I don't care. BOOMB.
Yeah. Anime.
So I actually want to watch that now. That sounds good, but can't watch it on Netflix now. Yeah, I can't find it.
I found it.
Okay.
BTOOOM.
Hold on.
Batom. I knew there was a different letter. I was thinking it was a B at the end.
Okay, how do you spell it?
BTOOOM.
Oh, Batum?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I think I can watch this. It's on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, it's a bitter pill. It's a bitter pill. At least for me. I from what I remember, I couldn't finish it because it was just too dark for me at that time. I couldn't even watch the first episode of Game of Thrones at that point in time. So, yeah,
And then all of a sudden, all I keep hearing is you watching Spartacus. Either somebody dying. I look over at the TV, it's like 100 dicks. I'm just like, bro, you really watching this shit?
I watched all Game of Thrones and ended up in one sitting, and just like, eventually I grew up and realized I could watch this stuff. But it still hits hard sometimes when I see certain things. But that stuck with me. Because I still consider myself underage at that point in time, even when I was like 22 or something.
Back when you had hair?
Yeah, back when I had it.
I was looking at your email picture and I was just like, damn, bro, I remember this dude had hair.
I was losing it at that point in time. Freaking steroids. Health issues. Doctor prescribes steroids, and that just destroyed it. But enough about my health issues. But Korea has some amazing shows that come out. I mean,
they really do movies too. I do be catching myself watching a couple.
Yeah,
not too many, but
The Man with No Name, absolutely loved it.
I still have that movie. I just haven't watched it yet.
I recommend Business Proposal. Oh, and there's another one. I just watched this, Mr. Queen. I recommend Mr. Queen. It's one of those.
There was some movie, I forgot what it was. It looked like it's a comedy. It looked like an action comedy, kind of like the Mission Impossible movies. I forgot what it's called, but it looked good as hell. Damn, man, I don't know what it's called. Oh my god, my stomach is killing me.
Because Mr. Queen, that's about a man who's a cook for like an embassy who ends up falling off a balcony into a pool, cracking his head on the bottom of the pool, wakes up in ancient Korea as the queen to be.
Are you serious?
This male cook wakes up in this female's body as the queen to be. It is incredibly uncomfortable in the first episode, incredibly disturbing, but
Because
eventually you're rooting for him.
Because of what?
He's in a chick's body, and it just feels off. The way he's thinking, the way he's talking, and eventually you're rooting for him.
So does he get like the mind of so does he like start to become like a chick, like mentally?
Yeah, because his mind is male in the beginning, and then like 8 episodes in, he's scared because he starts thinking in the girl's voice, and he's this isn't right. This isn't right. This isn't right.
What's that called?
What?
What's that called?
Mr. Queen.
Mr. Queen.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. There's just 20 episodes, and it's hilarious. It's disturbing in the beginning, but it gets absolutely funny. It's on Netflix.
You sure?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it's on Netflix. That's where I last saw it.
Okay, it's on Netflix.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but Netflix. Okay, Netflix has some good things, but it's primarily the foreign stuff that they purchase. Because I watch a lot of my.
It's not enough to spend $20 on it. It's only when they have an original here and there. Extraction 2. What was the last original that I wanted to see before that? Can't even think of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Anything that they haven't bought from another place, like their Korean dramas or their Korean shows or their Indian cinema that they buy.
That's the show I've been watching. Even though that last season was kind of ass, I did not care for it. They split it up in 2 parts, and I'm just like, okay, now it's a murder mystery. Like, this shit ass.
Oh, I hated that movie.
This TV
Murder
show.
Mystery was an absolute trash film.
Oh, you talking about the Adam Sandler one?
Yeah, you bring that up, and I'm like, oh.
I still haven't seen the second one. I need to watch that. It's Adam Sandler.
I couldn't get 5 minutes into it without.
I saw the first one. The first one was
It knew what it was, which is why I was able to watch it. The problem is the second one tries to do the exact same thing, but camps on that joke from the beginning. Because you remember, the one thing they had going for him was he was lying to his wife about losing his job. He was saying, I'm a detective. I'm a detective. I'm a detective. In this one, his wife is wanting to learn more about being a private investigator. And his excuse is, I was a detective. I was a detective. I was a detective. In the first 5 minutes. Yeah. No, there's nothing at stake there. And then they go to see their his rich friends, whatever. Ugh. Oh, but Sweet Tooth. I like Sweet Tooth on there. That's an original.
I'm just waiting for Stranger Things.
Yeah, but it's just like
because now they got Sarah Connor in it.
Because Netflix did have the amazing Daredevil, Punisher.
Yeah. Oh,
and then those got bought out.
Marvel is going to keep them R-rated. So when they do the Punisher and they do Daredevil, it's still going to be R-rated.
Punisher. They canceled Punisher.
Maybe I was looking at something else.
Yeah.
Well, I know John Berthal is still playing Punisher. They announced that. So he's probably going to just show up on Daredevil. I think he's going to be in the new Daredevil show. Actually, let me see.
But like, did you with this whole strike? Did you see how far everything got pushed back?
Yep. Hold on. Yep. John Berthal is back as a Punisher, and of course, Vincent is still playing Kingpin. But yeah, a lot of stuff is getting changed. I'm surprised people are still, trying to make movies right now.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's just like they're making all these shows that are supposed to tie in with these movies and everything. Like, remember, Hollywood just got back in its running after COVID. It had slowed down drastically, and it has finally gotten back. And then this strike hits, and this strike is running on much longer. And not only that, the actors guilds are trying to get involved, and everyone else is wanting to join the strike. The issue with that is Hollywood's not going to be able to survive. And honestly, I'm all for it. I want more indie films and low budget films to take over, because obviously these overblown productions like technically Mission Impossible is an overblown production, but that's going to be
absolutely
awesome. But
they just been doing it right.
Overblown. They have the Flash overblown, The Little Mermaid overblown. I mean, over and over and over again. All these superhero movies are blown with such huge budgets, and they do nothing with the movie.
Yeah,
there is nothing there.
Like these Fast and Furious movies, they gotta cut that budget down. 100 million should be fine. I'll give y'all that. But y'all doing over 300 million, and then the product is just so mediocre. All the CGI y'all use is just so ass, and y'all spending that much just to barely get half of that back. I mean, more than half of that back is ridiculous.
I mean, one thing they could do is make a movie, have a huge budget for it, kill off half their cast permanently. Not with the resurrection stone of everything, but just
instead they're bringing everybody back. Now The Rock is back, and I think he's actually about to get his own movie. Basically, what I said they should have did Hobbs and Shaw 2 and just have Statham and Rock go after Dante, but instead it's going to be The Rock's movie, and I'm just like, why? Y'all brought him back so he continue to do the same shit, take over. Like, y'all are stupid.
Because the issue there is they're having all the majority of the film's budget goes to these actors.
Yeah.
Not the special effects, not anything else. If you had all these side projects with this multiverse and then had one collision like they did with the Avengers, cool. Everyone has their own stories. Everyone has their own races. Maybe one could be about an actual race, but the way they're doing it's just too much. It's too much.
Yeah, they better just wrap it up with one more movie. Talking about the finale might be a 3-parter. How you gonna have a 3-part finale in a movie? Man, like y'all doing too much. You're really gonna have the same fucking villain come through for 3 movies and then say, "Oh yeah, we kind of wanted Robert Downey Jr. for the next film."
But I've been hearing Jason Momoa's Joker is amazing.
Honestly, everybody know that's the best part.
Yeah. They've gotten enough of that, but it's just like there aren't many things that are going to make, because Indiana Jones, which was close to $250 million to make, is going up against Mission Impossible in the box office.
No, Mission Impossible is coming out July something. It's coming out after Oppenheimer and Barbie, and Indiana Jones coming out like next week.
Oh, next week?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
June 30th.
Yeah, 30th. Next week and a half or something.
Yeah, something like that.
2 weeks.
But yeah, it's coming out way before. Yeah, that's next week. That's next week.
That's coming out, I guess. But it's like, I don't think that's going to be able to stand. If nobody cares for The Flash, which has been hyped up in the past 10 years, who cares for Indiana Jones, which has been dead for the past 20, 30 years? Since the Last Crusade? Because let's face it,
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull did really good.
Yeah, but it was not well reviewed. So, keep in mind, this one has
those Transformers movies are not well. No Transformers movie besides Bumblebee has been well reviewed. And look at them; it still do like damn near $1 billion. So reviews don't really mean shit.
They ate the whole plate. The whole plate.
Hell nah.
Oh. Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't really see it getting that much money. I don't really see it making that much.
Transformers didn't do good.
Oh no. The latest ones, no.
Yeah. That's the thing, is like most things now, most people don't care anymore. Most people, it's not superhero fatigue, which everyone talks about. I think it's just Hollywood fatigue. Everyone's tired of what they're pushing out. Everyone's tired of the lack of story. Everyone's tired of the lack of detail, with the CGI being absolute trash. I mean, if you're going to not have good CGI, at least do practical effects. Bring in Guillermo del Toro and have him bring his costume designer in. I mean, Hellboy was amazing just because there wasn't much CGI. Everything was practical effects.
Yeah. And then you got the new Hellboy movie, and the CGI just looks horrible.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, y'all serious? I did like David Harbour as Hellboy, but
yeah, I mean, he looked the part, but it wasn't a good movie.
Yeah,
it wasn't a good movie. Sometimes
they got another one coming out.
Yeah,
another remake. I'm just like, come on, man.
Yeah, sometimes you got to realize that it just isn't worth it. Bite the bullet. Say it's not worth it. Put it on the shelf. Leave it there as you work on other projects. The problem is Hollywood is all owned by big companies that all they want is something that's going to rake in cash. What is raked in cash in the past 10 years? Superhero movies, the Fast franchise, all these franchises which are slowly dwindling because everyone's tired.
Because you know that this Dead Reckoning Part 2 for Mission Impossible, that they already said that's not going to be the last one. They said they're working on ideas, and I'm just like, bro, like what happened to this being like Ethan Hunt's last mission? Now already y'all still talk unless you know Tom Cruise won't be in it. They might just you know move on to another person, but like they need to stop it. They need to end it. Luckily, 007, at least Daniel Craig's James Bond ended on a high note with No Time to Die. So, but yeah, these franchises
giving up on living.
Yeah, it's like these franchises. Because honestly, he still could have lived. He just couldn't be nowhere near them. So I'm just like, do you really need to die? Hey, you still, you know, so you still could be an agent. Just make sure that your fucking wife and daughter is not your girl and daughter is not there.
Yeah, he could have joined Ethan Hunt's organization from that point.
There you go.
Been a ghost.
Just retired again.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, franchises, bro. I'm honestly getting sick and tired of these franchises.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's going to be good with Mission Impossible because Tom Cruise actually knows a good script. Tom Cruise is aware of what's going on. He's not going to be a part of.
Does he really know a good script?
What are you thinking?
The Mummy?
Good point.
Hold on, what were you thinking?
I was like Tropic Thunder?
Hell no.
I was like, he wasn't really in that, but that was one of his amazing roles because nobody knew
that movie was great. That movie was great.
Knew that was him. Like I saw him and I was like, oh my gosh, Tom Cruise, what the heck?
I didn't even catch it. I just know he looked familiar.
And I said that, and they're all like, wait a minute, what? They're like, that's not Tom Cruise. I was like, yeah, that is Tom Cruise. A freaking bald cap. You give him 100 extra pounds on him. And oh my gosh, he was acting so crazy. I was like, that's Tom Cruise.
It's funny because they was going to just have him as himself. But he was like, nah, I want to look different. So, you know, let me be fat and all that. And that was just perfect.
Yeah, it worked. It worked. It made him, and like that movie was perfect, well around. But that movie couldn't be made right now.
You can't make shit today. You can't make shit today. Like you gotta censor. Like I was sitting there watching a video. Somebody was it was like a green screen one. So you know he was a guy in the audience, and then all of a sudden he yelled at Mike Tyson during that press conference where he's just like, you know, oh, you stupid fucking white boy, you can't handle somebody like me. Just calling him all types of shit. They let him say every word, even the fact that you know he'd grape him and all that. And then the second he says, you know, the F word, I'm not talking about fuck, I'm talking about the other F word, then they bleep that out. I'm like, really? So he can sit there and say, oh yeah, I'm gonna smash you. And of course he didn't say those words. I'm gonna smash you till you love me, this and that and that and this. But the second they say that word, you gotta bleep it out. It's just like, yeah, it's just like everything's censored. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, everything's censored
but that is a slur, so I guess.
It's the things that aren't censored and are allowed that don't make sense.
Yeah.
Some of those concepts shouldn't ever be spoken, especially on live platforms where kids can hear. You
so
don't.
Like you telling me I can go watch Walking Dead, see Negan bashing brains and see sex scenes, but you can't say fuck on TV.
Yeah.
What? It's so like it's so ridiculous. I mean, certain stations I think they let them say it, like on FX. But then again, I watch FX on Hulu. But it's just the stuff that they let slide. But this is bad. Like I don't understand that. Violence and sex is good. Language is bad. that never sat right with me. Like Sons of Anarchy. I think I probably heard them drop the F-bomb twice because you can't say that. But the amount of sex scenes, the amount of violence. I mean, dude, Gemma got gang raped. And they showed that, but she can't drop the F-bomb.
Well, a lot of it is normalizing things, trying to make it normalize a lot.
Yeah.
The more you normalize something, the less of an issue it is down the road. And
South Park started that.
Yeah, I think it's just
shit. I love that episode.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's just like I don't know what the heck is going to become of Hollywood with the writers' strike and all this stuff going on. The fact that all of Marvel has been pushed back even longer. The Blade show or movie. When's that supposed to happen? Is it going to happen?
They keep switching directors and writers. Oh my
Does
god,
it
it's so
remind you
much
of
going on
something?
with Blade. I don't even know if that's even going to
Flash?
get made.
Does it remind you of the Flash?
Damn near. I
Like,
don't even know what's going to happen with that, man.
like I know you don't like me bringing up Star Wars, but that's what happened with Star Wars. They have mentioned so many, about 50 movies, shows, most of which have all been canceled. They
like
never
which ones?
even made it to the cutting room floor. Like Ryan Johnson, the one who made The Force Awakens, was supposed to be promised his own trilogy. And J.J. Abrams was supposed to get another trilogy. They were supposed to get all these extra shows and everything. Like the Boba Fett was supposed to have a movie. That got canceled and then got
I
reworked.
remember that. I remember that.
Planning another future Boba Fett movie. There were so many random things that are just put on the board and then just chopped off. They're just put there as placeholders, it seems. It was just like, oh, let's zero out this date in the future, just in case. Just in case. If we can't make that deadline, fine. But that's what they've been doing. A lot of this stuff is fictional. They just make it up. Like the Ray Palpatine movies.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'm hoping those are one of those that just never happen. Because Star Wars is a dead IP. Indiana Jones now is a dead IP. You can't make anything off of these now because nobody cares about the characters. I mean, they lost their chance in Star Wars to have have Han, Luke, and Leia all in the same scene once. You know, they didn't have them in the scene once together.
Oh, it's on the oh wow.
In the new ones.
They really didn't. Even Luke and Han didn't have a scene.
No, Han died.
That's
Luke
wild.
showed up in 2.
No. Didn't Luke and Leia had a scene together, right?
No, he was a phantom. He wasn't real. He was a ghost. He was a Force ghost.
But he was actually there though, right? You know, I'm pretty sure I'm making that scene.
So yeah, they lost their chance.
They kind of
Luke, and Leia, all in a scene together.
They stupid. We had Chewie. We had Chewie and Leia.
Yeah, and we had Rey and Chewie.
I don't go fuck about Rey. I don't go fuck about Rey. Like I said, the only good one was Force Awakens.
Yeah, Finn. Poor Finn. Give Finn justice.
Yeah, for real. Let him hit it just one time.
Well, you know the reason why they got rid of him was because China didn't like him. You've seen the posters.
Oh yeah.
He's turned into this little speck on the poster. It's like, poor guy.
That's why we fucked them over on Iron Man 3. When they gave him that random ass doctor that just showed up at the parties.
Mm-hmm.
They were so mad. Oh, that was perfect. They said, we are not about to give y'all a major character. Y'all can get Dr. Wu or whatever his name is. That was foul.
Yeah, but it's like a lot of these people, a lot of actors all bailed. I'm just going to finish this up. All the actors who worked on that project all bailed as far away. Like Adam Driver doesn't even want to be considered Kylo Ren. Doesn't want to even be put in the same room with anyone who... The only reason the Daisy Ridley has come back is because of her role in Star Wars. No one will hire her. So...
Well, I mean, I've seen her in... I think I've seen her in some other stuff. I don't really care for her. I didn't care for her at all in the Star Wars.
Go back to the people who destroyed her career. Like she was in that movie on Netflix with Spider-Man, Tom Holland.
Oh yeah, I heard that was ass.
Yeah, nobody liked it.
I don't think anybody even saw it. She was like the only woman on Earth or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
I ain't watching that shit.
It's the reverse, the last man on Earth.
And then also they had what was the movie she did? The Murder on the Orient. No, was it the second one or was she in the first one? The Murder on the Orient Express.
I didn't see the second.
Me either. I heard that one was boring as hell.
Then she must have been in the first one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because she was with the black dude. Remember?
I don't remember her scene. Her scene.
Exactly. I didn't care for her. She was just whatever. She was boring. She was bland.
But that's the thing is like they've been casting people who are cardboard. Daisy Ridley, Halle Bailey, cardboard, don't know how to act.
I think I heard she was good in Little Mermaid.
You need to watch Little Mermaid. I mean, when you're acting, When you're
Did you watch
acting,
it?
I've seen the acting scenes, the acting, quote unquote, acting scenes. When you are acting against a fish that has no facial expressions, or a crab that has no facial expressions, or a bird that has no facial expressions, you seem like you have facial expressions. But when you act against, I forget the Prince Charming's name, when you act against him, who has generic facial expressions himself, you can tell how cardboard she actually is.
Gotcha.
But yeah, focus on her scenes with like Melissa McCarthy, who I don't consider a good actor, but she's apparently the best thing about that movie.
I don't know. I never had the only problem I had with Melissa McCarthy, I never found her funny.
Yeah, same.
Like my favorite movie of her, like I liked The Heat. I liked The Heat. I thought The Heat was good. She was annoying. Spy, I liked Spy for Jason Statham.
She was annoying.
Yeah.
Who's the annoying character?
I only went to go see that movie twice for Jason Statham. Jason Statham in the comedy. Come on.
You like Ghostbusters?
Oh, that movie sucked ass. I only like Ghostbusters for Chris Hemsworth.
Dude, you
I only
can't,
like it for Chris Hemsworth.
say one thing on one podcast and go back on it in the next podcast.
No, I already said it. I only liked it for Chris Hemsworth. I've always said that. I never said, "Oh, that movie was good." That movie was not funny. It was ass, and Chris Hemsworth was great.
What are you talking about? Women are funny.
Shit. I'm sorry, man. Like, they're comedies. Speaking of that, I'm going to see a woman comedy, but I don't know. I feel like the comedians aren't funny, but when I be watching their movies, like this one Joyride that's coming up, that movie looks funny as hell. Bridesmaids was cool. I didn't get the big hype about Bridesmaids. I think again, I was just because it was a woman comedy. Because I watched it and I'm just like, it's not bad, but it's not like how everybody made it seem like it's like The Hangover or something, which was fucking hilarious. But Melissa McCarthy's not funny to me.
No, she's not. But when people are saying she's the best thing about the Disney's Little Mermaid, it kind of speaks volumes about the product.
Alex saw it. He actually said she was really good.
Yeah, I'd say watch it for yourself. I'm pretty sure he was comparing.
I never cared for the original. I saw that one like once. I never cared for it, so I probably won't care for this one either.
Sebastian was the best part. If only the crowd was Sebastian.
Of course.
But the thing,
that's the dude that be working with what's his name? Men something. He did Hamilton. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did the Hamilton and all the music for Moana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that dude. So yeah, they always work together.
He was in House.
Hold on, who did he play in House?
He was the
he was the best friend, the one that was rapping.
Yeah.
Yep, that's him.
He freestyled all that on set. Yeah, so it's like, oh, and one more thing, Bambi is getting a live action. So deer are known as to have like the less emotion, and with what they did with the fish and
Lion King
and birds and Lion King, how are you going to portray emotion with a deer?
They got to stop doing these live action remakes. It's annoying.
No, they are live action CGI. So it's like you're calling it live action. It's not. It's just a higher quality animation. But yeah,
I'm not seeing that.
Anime adaptations are absolute trash. Anyone who says otherwise is absolutely wrong, unless you're talking about Need for Speed, Speed Racer, Hot Wheels meets Speed Racer. That's like the only decent one that has ever been made. And unless you're looking for something to laugh at, then that makes sense. But other than that, no. Netflix, why would you pay $20 a month for something that rarely has a good original?
Yeah.
However, they do have good Korean shows, and they do have good Korean movies. They do have good Indian movies and shows. But that's the thing. Are you going to pay for it to watch foreign films? You can go to different apps that are cheaper for that stuff. Yep. So, which I do. Yeah. And superheroes. Nobody cares. I don't think
franchises are dying. Franchises are going on too long. Mission Impossible needs to stop at Dead Reckoning Part 2. Fast and Furious just needs to stop in general. Transformers that need to stop. It's just like, because then every franchise is going to give like a little soft reboot and try to be, oh yeah, but this is different. We're starting it over. It's still like the 10th movie in the franchise. Yep. So now with just the continuity is messed up. So
yeah,
franchises need to stop. 3 movies. That's how it all should be. 3 movies max. Maybe a 4th one if you got something else going, but 3 movies. Trilogy, boom.
After that sits on the shelf for a while, go back to it, revisit it.
Yeah,
like the prequels were Star Wars were considered terrible until the sequels came out. But it's just like, let things sit on the shelf. Let people enjoy the nostalgia. Just like with my joy of like Dumb and Dumber. Everyone would have loved the idea of number 2. Everyone enjoyed the idea of number 2. But number 2 never happened until it did. And then people were unhappy about it.
Yep, that's how I always do. Every time you want a sequel, they need another one. They need another one. They give us another one, and then it's just like, why did they make this?
Like Constantine, I would love a sequel, but again, I don't think I want it.
Yeah, I know Keanu Reeves will pull it off though. I know Keanu Reeves would be the best part.
Yeah, he would.
But then again, they did Matrix, and I couldn't even. I thought Neo was ass in that movie too, in the new one.
I didn't really care for Neo. I was kind of enthralled with they were changing the whole story from the taking on like the new age media video game aspect. I was like,
I was watching clips from it, just like the action scenes, and that shit was just horrible.
It's confusing. That's a different take.
All Neo did was just. I was like, oh, this is trash.
And the new girl boss.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't want to jump to another topic. I just say we've spoken enough. No, boycott One Piece. Of course, I am going to watch every single episode and complain about every single episode.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. I'm Big Daddy Mo.
I'm Levi. Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for watching. And as always, I will see y'all next time. Peace.
Toodles. Let's see. Oof. Nice. Should probably